Our first guest tonight says it's time to take the handcuffs off law enforcement and let cops be cops when targeting the Islamic State domestic threat. Joining us tonight, former NYPD officer, former Secret Service agent, serving under both President George W. Bush and President Obama, Dan Bongino. Dan, good to have you with us. When you say take the cuffs off, what do you mean exactly?
Well, Lou, unfortunately, when you talk to a lot of police contacts, whether it be with the NYPD or at the federal law enforcement level, there are obstacles put in front of them when the cases involve things like mosques and things like that. I get it. I understand there are political sensitivities here. But political sensitivities should not override the need of a police department, or in this case, federal law enforcement in some of these other cases, to keep the American people safe. We have to let cops be cops. You know, Lou, just a simple example for you. You know, when you go out and you investigate the Russian mob, you go to communities where Russians tend to congregate. It's not anti-Russian. It's investigative common sense. I'm not suggesting blanket surveillance on mosques all over the country. No one's suggesting that all over the country. Nobody's saying that. We're just saying that the obstacles put in front of them due to these political sensitivities are nonsense, and they're contributing to a very dangerous environment.
And President Trump has made it clear he believes that we have to go to a merit-based immigration system so that the police officers, law enforcement at the local, county, and state level don't have to worry about this at all, at least minimally, because permitting people to come into this country under a lottery, as did the previous terrorist who killed 8 people in New York 2 months ago, or through the chain migration. He's a 20-year, at the time, he was a 20-year-old brother who's been brought in for a sister of the person who got the first visa. It's madness.
Lou, it's not only madness, it's suicidal. This is insane. Lou, the FBI, there are people within the FBI and the DHS who have said on the record multiple times that the vetting process for people overseas is not adequate. I'm not suggesting we should stop immigration from overseas, but maybe stopping immigration from countries where there's not an adequate record system. I mean, this person was from Bangladesh, but that we're still admitting people from some portions of the world where there's no DMV to check. What do you think? They're checking the library cards for some of these folks? This is insane. And on the chain migration thing, Lou, this is another just crazy policy. It just leads to an exponentially growing number of people who have a claim on American citizenship simply because they know someone within the country. That is not a way to run an immigration policy. It's a way to basically decimate your labor pool and create an unsafe situation.
Yeah, and it's instructive to think that during the 2016 campaign, President Trump was the only candidate talking about ending chain migration, going to meritocracy, which is an American concept, for our immigration system. He was hooted down by the national left-wing media and also, of course, his opponents in the race because they weren't PC, he wasn't being PC paralyzed as they were.
Right. I mean, he won an electoral college landslide. He basically, if Hillary Clinton was running for governor of California and New York, she did a great job. Other than that, the rest of the country voted clearly and resoundingly for Donald Trump in states that no Republican had ever been able to touch before. And Lou, what was the issue he ran on? Immigration, build the wall. I mean, I sarcastically say to people in some limited circles, we call that a clue. But outside of the D.C., New York Amtrak corridor there, maybe California, nobody seems to get it, that this is an issue that's really bothering a lot of American people who are like, wait, when does America First policy start again? We get it. We've been compassionate to the world for a very long time. We've taken in millions of people. But when do we start worrying about us and our kids, too? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing xenophobic about that. It's common sense.
Absolutely. And it's also the agenda on which this president was elected, a commitment to the American people, whether it be border security, the wall, whether it be getting rid of a diversity lotto, if you will, and simply suggesting to people, if you're related to someone like a second cousin, come to America. It's stunning where we are. Dan Bongino, as always, good to talk with you. Thank you.